Hello, welcome to the series of lectures physics. For the students of class 11, actually we are dealing with rest and motion. We defined the concept rest and motion, a relative concept. What is the definition? What are the things required to discuss the motion? And now types of motion also discussed: one dimensional, two dimensional, three dimensional motion, and what are the requirement to discuss the motion of a particle. Now we are in position to discuss, we have a new topic today, equation of motion on a straight line. Means when a particle is moving on a straight line, what are the possibilities, and which physical quantity may change or may remain constant, different conditions there, and how we can travel from one point to other on a straight line. So all these possibilities will be covered, and there will be mathematical representation of all these possibilities, and that is actually equation of motion on a straight line. So we are talking about a straight line. It means that the distance and displacement is going to be same here. It is not going to be changed because it is a straight line distance. So now see how we are able to establish the equation of motion on a straight line. So let's see, let us consider something before proceeding with the mathematics. Let us consider something. What are these cases? Suppose this is a straight line, this is a straight line, this is point A and this is point B, and a particle starts from where? At t equals to 0. T equals to 0 means what? In previous class, in previous lecture also I discussed about t equals to 0. T equals to 0 means from when we start dealing with the motion, we start analyzing with the motion. So at that particular instant from when we are now going to comment on the motion, that will be t equals to 0. Here it does not mean that time is 0. Time can never be 0. We all know that time can never be 0, but we consider t equals to 0 when we start analyzing the motion. So suppose from when the particle starts from where, we consider it t equals to 0. Suppose the particle starts from 10:05 am. So we shall consider at 10:05 o'clock as our t equals to 0. We can consider that. This is like that. And so after a time t, means it travel for t second. It travel for t second. So it took time t to reach from A to B. So now see, when you travel from a point to other point in equal time, suppose take an example, you travel 1 kilometer distance in 15 minutes, and we divide 15 minutes, we divide 15 minutes in 15 time interval. So one time interval represents 1 minute if you take 15 minutes to reach. So in first minute, suppose you have traveled some distance, is it necessary that in the next 1 minute you shall travel the same distance? No, it not be like that. In first few seconds, in first 2 seconds, 3 seconds, you may travel a longer distance than the next 2 or 3 seconds. It may be like that. It may be like that you are doing same, means first 1 second, second second, third second, fourth second, fifth second, in each second you are traveling the equal distance, or it may happen that in per second or per minute, what you can say, it is not traveling the equal distance. So मेरे कहने का मतलब है कि यदि वो टाइम के इक्वल टाइम में इक्वल डिस्टेंस भी ट्रैवल कर सकता है, नहीं भी कर सकता, यही दो पॉसिबिलिटी होगी. कहने का मेरा मतलब ये है कि सपोज कर लेते हैं कि इसकी डिस्टेंस जो है यहां से यहां तक वो s है, वो दिया हुआ है, ये मान लेते हैं. तो s जब वो ट्रैवल किया एक पॉइंट से दूसरे पॉइंट तक जाने में, इसको हम छोटे छोटे टाइम इंटरवल में डिवाइड करते हैं. छोटे छोटे टाइम इंटरवल में डिवाइड करते हैं. ऐसे ही ये पार्टिकल गया होगा, छोटे छोटे टाइम इंटरवल को ट्रैवल किया होगा, हमने कुछ को ले लिया, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, और इसको दे दिया T1, T2, T2, T3, T4, T5, T6 like that. So now suppose we are talking about first time interval, we have taken T1 minus 0, then it is T2 minus T1, then it is T3 minus T2, then it is T4 minus T3, and so on like that. At last there will be something, T minus Tn will be there. So now suppose the particle has travelled in this interval S1 minus 0, because it started from here, so we consider here 0, this is 0 hour. In the next second it travelled S2 minus S1, then in next second it is S3 minus S2, then it is S4 minus S3, and like that will be now. In time T1 minus 0, means from where start it travels a distance S1 minus 0. In T2 minus T1 time it travelled a distance of S2 minus S1. In time T3 minus T2 it travelled a distance of S3 minus S2, like that. So T1 minus 0 or T2 minus T1 or T3 minus T2 is what? It is finite. It is finite change, means T2 minus T1 maybe 4 second, 5 second, 8 second, anything maybe. So what should we do? Ki T1 minus 0, T2 minus 0, T3 minus T2, T4 minus T3, all these things are finite interval. That's why we shall denote it with delta sign. It is delta T. Let's consider it delta TA or delta T1. Let's consider it delta T1, and this is delta S1. Now I shall consider it delta T2, then delta S2, delta T3, then delta S3, delta T4, delta S4. So these are the meaning that in delta T1 it travels delta S1, in delta T2 it travels delta S2, in delta T3 it travels a distance of delta S3, like that. In delta T4 it travels a distance delta S4, and so on. So now what are the possibilities? There are two possibilities. When delta T1, delta T2, delta T3, delta T4 all are equal, means we are talking about equal time interval. Then if delta S1, delta S2, delta S3, delta S4 all may be equal or not equal. यही दो कंडीशन हो सकता है ना दोस्तों, कि जब डेल्टा T1 की बात करेंगे, डेल्टा T2 की बात करेंगे, और डेल्टा T1 T2 को हम क्या बोल लेंगे? यदि ये इक्वल हो, यदि डेल्टा T1 T2 जो है वो इक्वल होगा, तो डेल्टा S1 S2 S3 S4 इक्वल हो भी सकता है और नहीं भी हो सकता है। कहने का मतलब है कि इक्वल टाइम में वो इक्वल डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल कर भी सकता है और नहीं भी कर सकता है। तो यदि वो करता है, अब यहां पे दो बात हम बताएंगे आपको कि यहां पे साइन देता क्या है कि यदि डेल्टा लेट अस कंसीडर क्या कंसीडर करना है कि डेल्टा T1 इक्वल्स टू डेल्टा T2 इक्वल्स टू डेल्टा T3 एंड सो ऑन। मीनिंग क्या हुआ? इसको भी हम टॉप कर रहे हैं। मीनिंग क्या हुआ? मीनिंग दैट कि टाइम को जो हम लिया है, कि टाइम इंटरवल मीन्स इक्वल टाइम इंटरवल, and now what are the possibilities? There are always two possibilities. What are these possibilities? कि in equal time interval means delta t1, delta t2, delta t3, delta s1, delta s2, delta s3, delta s4 may be equal or may not be equal, हो सकता है। तो if in equal time interval delta s1 equal to delta s2 equal to delta s3 and so on, and here it may happen that कि delta s1 is not equal to delta s2 is not equal to delta s3, we shall consider it। यही हो सकता है, दो पॉसिबिलिटी है कि ये बराबर भी हो सकता है और नहीं भी हो सकता है। तो यदि ये बराबर है, इसका मतलब क्या सर, वो हम लोग लिखते जाते हैं। तो ये इसका मतलब क्या, पहला पॉइंट, फर्स्ट पॉइंट क्या है कि इक्वल टाइम इंटरवल में इक्वल डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल करता है, मींस डिस्टेंस पर यूनिट टाइम जो है वो क्या है, कांस्टेंट, राइट। सो क्या है कि हियर हम लिख सकते हैं कि इक्वल डिस्टेंस traveled in equal time interval show, क्या लिख सकते हैं हम यहां से कि डिस्टेंस पर यूनिट टाइम वह कांस्टेंट, इसमें तो कहीं शक नहीं होना चाहिए। और डिस्टेंस पर यूनिट टाइम मींस क्या, डिस्टेंस कितना ट्रैवल किया गया, डेल्टा एस बाई डेल्टा टी, इसको सपोज करेंगे। इसी डेल्टा एस का वैल्यू डेल्टा एस वन, डेल्टा एस टू, डेल्टा एस थ्री कुछ भी हो सकता है, और डेल्टा टी का वैल्यू कुछ भी हो सकता है। तो ये क्या होना चाहिए, तो कांस्टेंट ये होगा। डेल्टा एस बाई डेल्टा टी क्या है, कांस्टेंट होना चाहिए। एंड इन दिस केस इक्वल डिस्टेंस नॉट ट्रेवल्ड in equal time interval distance traveled is not equal, it means, इसका मतलब क्या है दोस्तों कि डिस्टेंस per unit time is not constant, distance per unit time is not constant, means delta s by delta t is not equal to a constant। यह चेंज कर रहा है, इसका मतलब क्या है कि यह चेंज कर रहा है, यह कांस्टेंट नहीं है, यह चेंज करते जा रहा है। अब दूसरा पॉइंट क्या हो सकता है जी कि इक्वल टाइम में वह इक्वल डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल करता है, मतलब डिस्टेंस पर यूनिट टाइम जो है वह क्या है, कांस्टेंट है। मतलब क्या है, उसकी स्पीड बोले या वेलोसिटी बोले, स्ट्रेट लाइन पे तो स्पीड और वेलोसिटी दोनों सेम ही होगी, इसलिए क्योंकि उसकी डायरेक्शन फिक्स्ड है, एक स्ट्रेट लाइन पे है, इसीलिए वो फिक्स्ड होगी। तो अब जब बात करेंगे कि डेल्टा एस बाय डेल्टा टी को हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं, दिस इज रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ डिस्टेंस और डिस्प्लेसमेंट ट्रेवल्ड पर यूनिट टाइम। तो पर यूनिट टाइम इक्वल टाइम में जब इक्वल डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल करेगा, फिर नेक्स्ट इक्वल टाइम में मींस फर्स्ट 5 सेकंड में जितना डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल किया, नेक्स्ट 5 सेकंड में उतना ही डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल करेगा, नेक्स्ट 5 सेकंड में उतना ही डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल करेगा, एंड सो ऑन हम इसकी बात करेंगे तो वह क्या हो जाएगा, कॉन्स्टेंटली चेंज करेगा उसका। अब रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ, ये जो रेट, इसको रेट ऑफ चेंज बोलते हैं, इसी का नाम हम लोग क्या दे देते हैं, भी बोलिए एस बोलिए, कुछ भी, ये भी होता है। और यहां पे क्या है कि भी कांस्टेंट नहीं है। तो अगर भी है, अब क्या हो सकता है कि अगर फर्दर, ये कब पॉसिबल है, यह पॉसिबल ये तब है जबकि हर एक टाइम इंटरवल में हर एक टाइम इंटरवल में वह उसकी वेलोसिटी जो है वो वेलोसिटी कांस्टेंट रह रही है। तो जब कांस्टेंट रहेगी, जब वेलोसिटी कांस्टेंट होगी तभी ये चीज होगा। और यहां पे क्या हो सकता है, यहां पे पॉसिबिलिटी वेलोसिटी कांस्टेंट नहीं है, तो ये भी हो सकता है कि कुछ पर्टिकुलर टाइम में उसकी वेलोसिटी बढ़ जाए और फिर नेक्स्ट टाइम उसकी वेलोसिटी घट जाए। मतलब यहां पे क्या होगी कि वेलोसिटी उसकी चेंज करती हुई रहेगी। वो क्या करेगी, वेलोसिटी चेंज करती रहती है। यहां पे क्या लिखेंगे कि स्पीड और वेलोसिटी, वेलोसिटी जो है ये क्या है, कांस्टेंट है। और यहां पे क्या है ये कि स्पीड और वेलोसिटी जिसकी हम बात करते हैं वह कांस्टेंट नहीं है, मतलब चेंज कर रहा है। मतलब क्या कर रहा है, चेंज कर, देखिए डिस्टेंस चेंज कर रहा था तो वेलोसिटी कांस्टेंट हो गया। अब स्पीड और वेलोसिटी कांस्टेंट है, तो अगर स्पीड और वेलोसिटी कांस्टेंट है मतलब क्या हो गया वो देखिए कि dv बाई dt डेल्टा v बाई डेल्टा t, मतलब चेंज इन वेलोसिटी पर यूनिट टाइम। तो वेलोसिटी तो चेंज ही नहीं कर रहा है, वेलोसिटी क्या है, वेलोसिटी इज कांस्टेंट, तो वेलोसिटी चेंज नहीं, दैट मींस इट इज इक्वल टू 0, मींस वेलोसिटी इज नॉट चेंजिंग विथ टाइम, means velocity is not changing with time. So dv by delta v by delta t, मतलब change in velocity per unit time, and velocity is not changing, velocity is constant. So velocity is constant, which means delta v by delta t is 0, and here what is this, delta v by delta t is not 0, is not 0. Delta v by delta t is not 0. So there are two cases. One case is that speed or velocity is 0, and one another case is that where speed and velocity, let me show you. Speed and velocity is not constant. It is not constant. So now what are the possibilities? Just see. Now what are the possibilities? If delta v by delta t is not 0, meaning that in equal time interval its velocity is not equal. It means either its velocity may increase or either its velocity may decrease. Means velocity per unit time is changing. Here what can say कि velocity per unit time is changing. Velocity per unit time is changing. So it has another quantity. It has another quantity. So velocity per unit time changing. Again I am repeating, we are talking about velocity, change in velocity. So now see what happens. Now there are two cases. I shall write here. Now the case is dv by delta v by delta t is not equal to 0, means velocity, change in velocity is not 0, means velocity is changing. So delta v is not 0 here, delta v, it means v2 minus v1 is not 0, v2 minus v1 is not 0. So v2 minus v1 has two value. What are these value? कि v2 minus v1 greater than 0 और v2 minus v1 less than 0. There are two possibilities. And now a possibilities where delta v is 0, where delta v is 0, there is no change, so we shall not consider like that. I am talking about this point, I am talking about this point actually. Let me show with another pen. I am talking about this point. This is like that. So now v2 minus v1 is greater than 0, means increase in velocity. And now this is decrease in velocity. decrease in velocity. So there are two possibilities, velocity may increase or velocity may decrease, or there is also a possibility where in equal time interval change in velocity is equal. Equal time interval change in velocity is equal, either it is positive or negative, either it is positive or negative. So what should we write? Now I am removing this, I am removing this. I am removing this. Means कि डेल्टा V by delta T, I am talking about this, delta V by delta T, this is going to be, change in velocity is going to be constant. Means, and delta V by delta T means velocity changing but not constant. Means per unit time, in per unit time change in velocity, oh sorry, not constant, not constant. Maybe, so if two cases, what are the cases? What are the cases? Delta V by delta T equals to constant. Means, what means? The rate of change of velocity is constant. Means in equal time change in velocity is constant और इक्वल कुछ भी. मीन्स एक इक्वल टाइम इंटरवल में उसकी वेलोसिटी में जो चेंज आ रही है वो क्या आ रही है? कांस्टेंट आ रही है. देन व्हाट वी कैन से इट इज यूनिफॉर्म एक्सीलरेटेड मोशन. यूनिफॉर्म एक्सीलरेशन, इसी टर्म को हम लाना चाहते थे एक्चुअली. ये क्या कहलाता है? यूनिफॉर्म एक्सीलरेशन. क्या कहलाता है? यूनिफॉर्म एक्सीलरेशन. यूनिफॉर्म एक्सीलरेशन का मतलब क्या होता है? ए इक्वल्स टू कांस्टेंट, ये होता है. अब यहां पे क्या होता है? तो देखिए कि डेल्टा V बाय डेल्टा टी मतलब चेंज इन वेलोसिटी पर यूनिट टाइम, दिस वाज कांस्टेंट एंड दिस इज नॉट कांस्टेंट. Not constant. It means what? Rate of change in velocity is not equal in equal time interval. Means that the rate of change is not constant. Rate of change in velocity is not constant. और यदि ये कांस्टेंट नहीं है तो उसको हम लोग बोलेंगे नॉन यूनिफॉर्म एक्सीलरेशन. Non-uniform acceleration. So these are two terms that I was trying to derive from here. Here A is not constant. A is not constant. So when we talk about uniform acceleration, so not constant. So what we did, just we recall it. We started from interval. In interval in particular interval distance travelled by the particle is same, and during the journey in all these time interval, if the distance travelled by the particle is same, then it is known as uniform motion, and obviously velocity is there 0, means rate of change of displacement, means rate of change of position is 0. The rate of change of position is constant. So in that particular case, if rate of change of position is constant, then velocity is definitely 0. There may be a case where the rate of change is not constant. Rate of change of distance or displacement, what can you say? Rate of change of distance is not constant. Their velocity comes. And there may be two cases. The velocity is changing. How it is changing? If interval, if equal time interval, equal change in velocity, then we get a constant. And if it is not like that, then it get non-uniform acceleration, means a not constant. So now we have to discuss the cases in two different ways actually. What are these ways? First, a is constant. First, a is constant. When a is constant, acceleration is constant, means rate of change in velocity is constant, then what is the equation? And another one, if rate of change a is constant, means what? It does never mean velocity is constant. Its velocity is changing, but the change in velocity is constant. Change in velocity per unit time is constant. That says about a equals to constant. So we shall talk about all these things here. We can derive all these equations. So let us consider how we are able to derive this equation. Now, easily. So write it down. I am removing all these things from here. That is fine. Let me check camera whether it is visible. Yes, I think so. It is absolutely visible. And now, so see what happens. So let us consider that this is the particle moving from there, starting from time t equals to 0, A and B. Let us consider that this whole distance is S. This whole distance is, and it completes its motion in t second, means t equal to 0. That may be the possibility. We are not here uniform acceleration, uniform, and it start with velocity u equals u. It start with starting velocity, initial velocity equals to u, that is u. So u is the initial velocity, means particle started with some velocity. It may start with rest. So when it will start with rest, u will be 0. So initial velocity equals to u, and we consider that we are talking about uniform acceleration. Uniform acceleration means a equals to what? Constant. Means a is not changing at any case. So here what we can write, okay, let us consider that, let's consider that a particle starts from t equals to 0 with velocity u and completes distance s in time interval t, in time interval t. During whole journey, acceleration remains constant. Means acceleration is constant. It does never mean velocity is constant. Acceleration is there. Acceleration is there. Acceleration is constant. Means rate of change of velocity is constant. So now suppose, so we do not know, we do not actually know कि here at this particular point, what is the velocity of that particle? We don't know. Nobody can say, because acceleration is there, so velocity is changing. Acceleration is constant. Means rate of change of velocity is constant. Rate of change of velocity means equal time interval velocity, change in velocity is constant. But what is the velocity? Nobody can say. So we can write, how we can define velocity? Velocity. What is this? Rate of change in position. Rate of change in position. We'll call it. Now, rate at this particular point, suppose till now it has traveled a distance of x. Till now it has traveled a distance of x. So what is this? Ki dx by dt means rate of change of displacement. In average and instantaneous lecture, I have uploaded a lecture especially for average and instantaneous. We are talking about at this particular instant. So at this particular instant, when we are talking about this particular instant, what we shall do? We shall write dx by dt. Dx by dt. Right? Oh, sorry. Dx by dv by dt. Na? Acceleration dv by dt equals to a. Here a is constant, so throughout this journey consider that the velocity is v. So dv by dt equals to a. So here we can write dv equals to a into dt. So integrating both sides. What we can write? Integration of dv a dt. Now starting time 0. So when we start, what was its velocity u? When time was 0, here integration is of time and here dv. So when time was 0, velocity was u, and when time is t, means when it completes, let us consider that its velocity is v. So what we can write? Integration of dv is v, and we can write in this manner, u into v equals to a is constant, so it is out of integration. Integration of dt is t, 0 to t. Now you all are students of class 11, so it is something difficult for you, but you will be very usual with all these things when we move further to discuss all these lectures. And in mathematics you have to study it in all details. So here we shall consider upper limit means v minus lower limit means u equals to a is there. Upper limit means t minus 0, lower limit. So what is this? You all remember this equation? This is very much familiar with you all. You have studied it class 9 and 10. So v minus u equals to at. So v equals to u plus at. V equals to u plus at. We have got that particular equation. This is equation first. So this tells the relation between velocity, acceleration and time. Velocity, acceleration and time. So if we got the velocity, acceleration and time, then we can establish this relation with the help of this equation. So now suppose if you have to establish the relation with displacement, so what we can write? we have the equation v equals to u plus at. Here we can write v. V is rate of change of distance, means dx by dt. At any time its distance is x, so rate of change of distance is dx by dt equals to u plus at. So now we can write dx equals to u plus at into dt. We can write. So now what is this? Dx equals to u dt plus at into dt, and now integrating both sides. What will happen? Here integration is time, so time t0, obviously at time 0 it has not traveled any distance, so it will start with 0. It may start with something s1, s2, anything else start with. So we can consider that at t equals to 0 it starts with distance s1. We can write this s1. We can write s1, and now final displacement is s2. That is s2 minus s1 is s here, right? So it is time t. Now what we can write? The integration of dx is x always. Limit is s1 to s2 equals to u out of integration. Integration of dt is t 0 to t plus a out of integration, and integration of t dt. T dt means integration of, remember it, integration of x to the power n dx. N to the power x dx is x to the power n plus 1. Increase the power by 1 and then divide it even. So t dt t का पावर कितना है 1, तो 1 पावर इंक्रीज करेंगे तो कितना हो जाएगा 2, और 2 से ही डिवाइड करेंगे तो कितना हो जाएगा हाफ टी स्क्वायर बाई 2, या इसको जस्ट राइट इट, टी पे पावर है 1, यहाँ देखिए टी डी टी में टी पे पावर कितना 1, तो 1 से इंक्रीज करेंगे 2 और 2 से ही डिवाइड कर देंगे इसको, और इसका लिमिट कितना से कितना तक है 0 से t तक। ये टाइम पूरा का पूरा टाइम दिया हुआ है, तो यहाँ कितना हो गया s2 माइनस s1 इक्वल्स टू u अपर लिमिट t माइनस 0 प्लस हाफ a कांस्टेंट है t स्क्वायर माइनस 0, तो यहाँ से क्या आ गया s2 माइनस s1 क्या है s2 माइनस s1 इज इक्वल टू s ut प्लस हाफ at square. So now we can place this equation here. We can place this equation here easily कि s equals to ut plus half a t square. Ut s means here s2 minus s1, change in displacement, because when we start analyzing the motion, it may happen that particle has already traveled some distance, कि जब आप देखना शुरू करते हैं हो सकता है वो 5-10 मीटर पहले से चल के आया होगा तो वो डिस्प्लेसमेंट में आ जाएगा। अगर नहीं आया होगा तो s1 क्या होगा 0 होगा, अगर स्टार्ट ही करेगा वो तो क्या होगा 0 होगा, तो s1 0 होगा, तो s2 माइनस s1 को हम s लिखेंगे, s इक्वल टू ut प्लस हाफ एट स्क्वायर। रिमेंबर दैट कि एवरीथिंग दैट वी आर गोइंग टू डील हियर इज विथ constant acceleration remains constant, मतलब during whole process s is constant. So when s is constant we can write one more equation here. What is this? Now from equation 1 what do we have? V equals to u plus at, squaring both sides. What do we have? V square equals to u square plus at square plus 2u at, a square plus b square, a square plus b square plus 2s. Now v square equals to, see here, u square, a is common, take a, what we can write when a is common, So 2 is also common. If we take 2, here we have to divide 1 by 2. 1 by 2 a square t square, actually a square t square. So 1 a is common, so a t square plus 2 is common, so ut. And now this is ut plus half a t square. What is this? This is s. So now v square equals to u square plus 2s. So now v square equal to u square plus 2s. So third equation is v square equal to u square plus 2as. This is equation number 3. So all these three equation, एक्सीलरेशन a जो है वो कांस्टेंट होना होगा. अगर ये a चेंज करेगा तो इस इक्वेशन को हम अप्लाई नहीं कर पाएंगे. अगर a चेंज करेगा तो इस इक्वेशन को हम अप्लाई नहीं कर पाएंगे. इस इक्वेशन को अप्लाई करने के लिए यह जरूरी है कि a को क्या होना चाहिए? कांस्टेंट. एंड व्हेन a इज कांस्टेंट वी कैन सी. तो ये है आपका कांस्टेंट एक्सीलरेशन के साथ. और मैंने बताया कि एक्सीलरेशन कांस्टेंट नहीं भी हो सकता है. जब एक्सीलरेशन कांस्टेंट नहीं होगा तब उस इक्वेशन को हम लोग कैसे डील करेंगे वो हम लोग नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में देखेंगे. टिल नाउ स्टे सेफ, स्टे अप, एंजॉय विथ स्टडी. थैंक यू वेरी मच.